Hey everyone, welcome back to Go Kick Me, your favorite crowdfunding news and reviews channel here on YouTube. So today we're going to talk about a Kickstarter project called VoltBot. Graphical quick charger and DC power supply. Tiny size 4-channel DC power supply with LCD and Wi-Fi, also providing high quality graphical quick charge experience. So this one is a little bit of a strange animal to describe. And the customer is also kind of interesting too, like who's the target customer for this product. So this is basically a power supply. I mean, literally that's what it is, right? But who buys power supplies? So this is kind of, a quick charger, if you're looking for a USB charger to charge your phone, etc. But it's actually much more than that. It's actually like a programmable power supply that you could use if you're like a hobbyist. So if you're making microcontroller powered smart devices or electronics, or you've got a microcontroller that you're using to drive a display or something like that, this thing can actually do a lot of stuff beyond just what you would think from the USB plugs. And it's actually got an LCD screen on it. So, and the reason I'm actually describing this and not just playing the video is because the video is quite horrible. So first of all, these guys are in Hong Kong, but from the looks of it, they're actually guys from China, but they're running out of Hong Kong. As you guys know, I am from Hong Kong. I'm doing this video out of Hong Kong, so I always try to give these guys in Hong Kong, give them a fair shake, but I also judge them really hard because I want them to do good and not give us a bad name. So these guys, in their video, it's clearly the guy who wrote the script is not a native English speaker, and they did use Fiverr or something, and they found a good voiceover guy, but he reads exactly what they gave them, so the grammar is pretty atrocious at the time. So anyway, let's just play it and try not to laugh. If it plays, let's see, 3, 2, 1, go!
VoltBot can be used as an adjustable DC source. A converter has been designed to convert USB into dual screw. With converter installed, you can use copper wires as usual. The DC output can be easily adjusted through app or web browser. VoltBot has advantage on portability and free great room of desk space. All 4 channel can be adjusted to any voltage from 2.5 volt to 12 volt.
So
the output current is clean.
So basically, it replaces these things, these large desktop, laboratory countertop power supplies, which is here somewhere. Yeah, these things. Which, if you guys are any engineers out there, you remember these things from your mechatronics classes or any kind of double E class. So in this case, they've shrunk that down and they've replaced all those knobs and whatnot and buttons with an app, which is actually pretty cool. And so you connect this thing through Wi-Fi, and either through the shared Wi-Fi, or this thing can make its own hotspot apparently, and you can control each of these channels. There's basically 4 outputs, and you can set the voltage, anything from whatever 0 to 12 volts, or 1 to 12 volts, something like that, and control the current and all that, basically from the app, or it can work from a PC through the web browser. That's actually pretty interesting. So the question I had, and it's actually not exactly clear from the video, is that the only way to do it? There's not a touch screen. It would be nice if this was a touch screen. That would actually be pretty impressive, but it's not. I think it's just a display. But it's cool to be able to see exactly how much current you're getting off of going into your devices. If you're quick charging, that's basically what you're doing. You can see how much current your thing is drawing, etc., etc. So it's actually pretty cool. And so I guess it goes through the
2 USB port. Each USB port can source 2.5 ampere. With VoltBot, now is the time to light up your gadgets and toys, no matter it requires 3.3 volts, 5 volts, or 12 volts. VoltBot would be a convenient tool when you do board developing or hardware.
So yeah, basically replacing one of these when you're making, tinkering, whatever you want to call it, engineering.
VoltBot can be accessed globally as a web server, all in one for all.
So that's also interesting. So if you have a smart device or whatever, you can actually power it up and down through the internet too. I don't know, that's probably a bad idea, but it's interesting. So here's our inventor guy.
I'm founder of Silicon. Our goal is to discover easy and funny ways of human life. We spent 2 years developing VoltBot. It is quite stable now. What we want to release is the first version. If you like it, we promise to make more and more cool products in the future.
Okay, thanks Silicom. I know he didn't actually give his name, but that guy's from China. I don't think Apple Lo is definitely a Hong Kong guy with a name like that. So they raised $21,000, which is well over their goal of 12,000 US. So in Hong Kong dollars, that's what it's like 100,000 Hong Kong, I guess, give or take. So pretty good. They got 2 weeks to go. If you are a hobbyist or a maker or a tinkerer or whatever, if you're the kind of guy who owns a voltmeter, who opens up products and needs power supplies on occasion, which sometimes I do. I haven't done stuff this hardcore since I was in school, but anyway, it's a thing. People do it. In my case, I could see the use out of this. It's nice to see, but they kind of like are running the, like especially in the beginning, in this description, it almost sounds like, oh, if you want to charge your phone with a quick charger, this is it. But this is actually way more than that, and I don't think it's worth it if that's all you want to do. Price-wise, yeah, so I mean, the cool thing is it can actually show you what kind of amps you're drawing and whatnot. But price-wise, you're talking something for the actual kit itself in the range of 80 US for it. That's just the VoltBot with the adapter. They have all kinds of extra things that you can get, like these little USB to terminals and things like that. And so I guess at the beginning it was only 69. So, oh yeah, so it was all kinds of different use cases. So there's actually a lot of stuff in here if you want to go through it all. They also have some really weird pictures, like of it being used, and it actually says in the gallery, like, this is real, this is not Photoshop. I don't know why you'd want to have a power supply in your bathroom, but you might be using it for some of your gadgets that you built, have it mounted on your bed, I don't know. It's a possibility. That's what they wanted to show you, so it's there. But again, the display is pretty cool. I wish it was touchscreen. I guess it's not. So you got to use the Wi-Fi. So anyway, long story short, if this is something that you want, if you're just using it in this case, don't buy this thing. If you actually need a programmable, decent power supply for things you're building, it's probably better than, those big desktop countertop things are expensive. This is probably a lot cheaper, and it's obviously portable. Maybe don't use it in your, just using it to charge a phone, I think is kind of a waste. Because it's not a battery power thing. It doesn't do a lot of stuff. But the screen goes out too. But anyway, so use it to replace this. That's what I would say. Because the other thing is also, just remember, you got to use your freaking phone to control it. So anyway, I would say if you're an engineer, yes. If you're a geek, quote unquote geek, whatever that is, yes. Students, yes. Repairman, I guess if you want to diagnose problems with electronics, yes. Charge your phone, no. Not only that. And anyway, so yeah, their information is actually pretty good. I don't know, that's the guy on the video. Design looks okay, looks half decent. Lots of information. So let's talk about, I guess that's Chris Xiang. So maybe Chris is from Double E at Beijing Daxue. Not bad. Richard Z, this guy is, I guess, from Hong Kong. And Bernie, and here's Apple. Oh, Apple's a girl. Apple Lo is their creative writer, so maybe she wrote the horrible grammar script. Apple, if you need help with English, let me know. The cigar to DC, I think she means cigarette lighter. So they actually have some stretch goals which are interesting. So some of this is like extra stuff, but they actually have a lot of extra updates. Oh, here's some demos too. So if you go up to the fact, they actually got pretty good facts about some of the details, specific to the thing, like what's the current limit, how does it work, and whatnot. And one of the things is, since this is all done through software, you can actually change it. There's a lot of things to upgrade, or that you can limit or adjust, customize, depending on your usage. And one of the cool things is, for their stretch goals, they're actually adding features that are software. So I like this a lot. Like, I've done some videos where kind of the stretch goals end up killing a project because they do so well, then they end up having to do all these stretch goals, which make just launching the product basically impossible, and they end up failing. Or they run so behind schedule, they waste all their money because of the stretch goal. Whereas people are buying it without the stretch goal, and they probably would have been better off not doing it. So this is a case where the stretch goals are basically software things. So I like that a lot more, because even if they didn't get done on time, they could actually add it later. And so they've done it a couple times so far. And so the fact that they've got, how many updates? They've got 6 updates. They've got good answers on the comments. So doing pretty well, actually. So Apple at least is on the job. Good job, Apple, even if your grammar needs some work. So I'm going to give these guys a thumbs up if you are in the right target group. If you're looking to charge your phone, don't bother. Not worth $70 to charge your phone. If you're serious about, you need a variable power supply, and you want it to be high-tech, remote-controlled, whatever, actually pretty cool. So I'm going to give this one a thumbs up. Congratulations to whatever the name of the company is, Sillycom, for getting this thing out the door. Good luck. What's the target date for delivery? Target date is May, so that's like a month and a half from now. Probably not going to be that fast. I'm going to warn you guys. Or no, that's not even May. May is not the real one. So they're all May, basically, even the late ones. So yeah, that's probably going to be pretty hard to make. But yeah, if it's July, that's still not the end of the world. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching yet again. This is Go Kick Me. Check us out at Twitter and Facebook at Go Kick Me, and also our website, gokickmedia.com. And see you guys next week. Don't forget to subscribe, give us a like, yada, yada, yada. See you. Bye.